Okay, so Dak Prescott and the mother of his children were getting married. And then suddenly there was an announcement by Dak that they were not getting married. So question, Jeff, your girl's worth $300 million and she cheats on the side. You okay with it?
I'm never okay with it.
Are you going to still stay with her?
300 million?
Yes.
I do appreciate people who are too honest with their own lives.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
Put it this way, the truth of the matter is, even if you do forgive, you're never going to love them the same.
No, you're not.
Hey, fellas, this is the true reminder. You can't outhold no woman in your whole life. You can't do it. One, two, three. One, two.
Wait. What's the order now?
So here y'all getting the cast. The conversations amongst most thinkers. I got
Kels.
Eva. Brittany.
I mean,
and it's Jeff. We go ahead and cheers it up. I'm over here in the corner today
I did
getting
it, y'all.
ladies at the table. So cheers for the look on camera. Yeah.
she's just drinking over there to forget y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I was
Hey,
trying to figure out
YOLO.
where I was drinking from.
Live it up, goddamn. Do your thing.
Kelly literally said, "Oh no."
I'm about to be Kevin Hart here saying, "Are you done? Are you done?"
Yeah, we're done.
We're back.
So let's go ahead and talk about this Dak Prescott shit. Apparently, I was wrong. Well, there's new information
You were
came
wrong?
out. Yeah, new information came out. I was told that.
Do you want me to intro the story
Yeah,
and then
go
you?
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it away,
Go
Kelly.
ahead.
Okay, so Dak Prescott and the mother of his children were getting married. They recently had a joint bachelor party on a yacht. Everything was all ready to go. They had the wedding coming up, and then suddenly there was an announcement by Dak that they were not getting married anymore. The wedding was called off. So everybody had their speculations about what was going on. The first report that came out was the prenup, because he's worth $250 to $300 million, somewhere in that range. And so they said, oh, she had a problem with the prenup. She didn't sign it. He called off. That was the initial rumor. So everybody ran with that. So that was that for about 3 days ago.
Which makes sense because that's normally the first thing.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks of.
That's what I thought, man.
And so, so everybody was up in arms about that. But then she came out and said, I had never had an issue with the prenup. I was okay with it. She said, my family has some money. I know he's worth what he's worth. So everybody's like, all right, if it ain't the prenup, then what is it? So I think yesterday, Page 6 reported that it was infidelity. That he apparently has been allegedly for purposes, yes, cheating for the past 4 years.
I mean, are you surprised though? Like, I feel like every athlete cheats.
I'm gonna finish. So I guess there was an issue with an ultimatum. She gave him an ultimatum about the infidelity and what was going on, and he made his choice, and the wedding was called off.
So they're not together anymore.
They are broken up as of right now.
All right.
Do you know more about the ultimatum?
No,
No,
because
it's
it's coming
They
out
won't-
in pieces.
Yeah, that'll probably come out when it's finalized.
Yeah.
I
So they're not
Wait.
getting a divorce, so we're not going to hear because they never got
'Cause they
married.
They never got
married.
married, so
Yeah.
then
So it's going to
Yeah.
come out whenever one of them decides to speak. I don't think he's going to talk about it too much.
No, it's going to be her.
It's going to be her.
It's going to be her or somebody close to her who knows exactly what's going on that's going to open that can of worms. The thing about dating celebrities, especially when it comes to like football players, basketball players, like not everyone cheats, but because of who they are, they normally have a higher possibility of cheating. Like it's
Statistically.
like it doesn't even have to be the person, just like as a whole. So
Yeah.
like, I mean,
So what are
Like,
you saying?
I mean, you can't be surprised what he's trying to say. Yeah, you can't
So
be
what are you
surprised.
saying?
Like, you can't sit here and be like, "Oh my God, I'm shocked Dak Prescott cheated." Like, nah, you don't. We know like 90% of the
no,
motherfuckers
it's
out
not
here.
that you shouldn't be shocked. Like, you should still be shocked that the person that you've decided that you're going to spend the rest of your life with
Correct.
is like cheating on you. Like, that's a
Man,
shock.
the
but,
moment
like,
you date a
Why is
celebrity,
he wanting to get married?
the
if
moment
that's,
you date a
why is
celebrity,
he
you have to
wanting
accept that shit. I'm sorry.
No.
You have to acknowledge this
no,
is
that's
gonna
not
happen.
true.
I think
You don't
I
have
agree
to
with
accept
you.
I think
anything.
there's
No.
90% of
Excuse me, you
celebrities
don't have to
can't
accept
say they never
anything.
cheated. Then don't date them then. You know this nigga's cheating. It's obvious when they cheat too.
But that's
You're out
also
of your
then like
mind.
It's obvious when they cheat.
It's
Some of them accept it too though.
Some
Some
women
women do,
accept
but
it,
some
but
women
it's
don't.
not
They know
you
what it
said
is.
that they have to accept it.
No, some women
you don't
don't.
have to accept
You know what you're
anything
getting
that's
into.
below.
right,
You know
so
what you're getting
question,
into.
Jeff. Your girl's worth $300 million. If she cheats on the side, you okay with it?
I'm never okay with it.
Are you going to still stay with her?
300 million?
Yes.
Smile.
Hey,
But see,
That's
no,
wild.
I keep
Details,
proving
you
my
feel
point
me?
because
But yeah.
I need
men,
some details. Like
men
how bad
put
was
the
this
value
shit?
in money. They see worth in money. Women see the emotional, the
No, I'm saying that shit for
connection.
now. I'm joking.
So
and
men
shit.
will be like, man, for 300 million, I'll do X. I could do. They think that's how they think.
No, I'm capping right now. This is something being funny for the camera. I want to stay with that motherfucker. You cheating on me? The fuck? Hell nah.
And then they
But what's
liked
your
it
reason for not staying? Like
because
that's
they liked it and they felt good.
Why would I? Why would I stay?
What are we
Is
talking
Why
it
would
the
I
disrespect?
stay?
It's the
For not
disrespect.
staying.
To me, it's pure disrespectful.
It's disrespect,
To
and I
me.
think, and for her,
And then in the
It's
back
the
of
same
his
thing.
head,
Back
It's
behind my
disrespect.
he's in the moaning and shit. That nigga take that shit. Hell no.
Have you heard him speak before?
Hell
All he's
no.
gonna be thinking about is not just a disrespect. It's like she liked it. This
I
bitch
don't-
was moaning. She
yeah,
was
I don't
screaming.
forgive easily.
He
I
had
ain't
her
gonna
this
cap.
way. He had her like that.
I get a
That's all
visual.
this man is gonna
I get a
think about.
visual. Every
Can't
time I look at
shake
her
it.
face, I'm gonna
And
just
God
see.
forbid, yeah, she better say
Yeah.
it was bad. Cause if you don't say it was
But
bad,
I
that
mean,
means
if you're not gonna cheat for 4 years if it was
nah,
bad.
You can't accept that shit, yo.
yeah, 4 years it wasn't bad.
Yeah, 4 years wasn't bad
Quivering and
enough
all
for you
kind
to
of
stop,
shit.
so.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Nah, I ain't taking
But like-
So
that.
is he just gonna stay with the side piece?
He
don't know
probably
what
gonna
the
like
stay.
I said, that's
I
all the
wanna-
information that we know.
I'm
as of
putting it
now.
like this. If he ain't really love her, like for real,
He could have left her alone.
he could have. But a lot of men don't do that shit.
Why?
Because
They like-
a
they
lot
want
of
both.
niggas kind of like possessive on shit. They just attach shit and want to keep it
pathetic.
around. You call it pathetic. Some niggas do that shit
It's
regardless.
pathetic. I don't care
Yeah,
what
it
they do.
probably
It's
is.
pathetic.
It probably is, but some motherfuckers think
Small
it's
ass
like
masculinity. It's just frail
small ass masculinity. I don't
Yeah,
know about
absolutely.
that. I think it's a lack of control.
It's,
and lack
it's
of
a lack
empathy.
of
frail
control. It's
masculinity, but
ego. Like sometimes
A
you
lot of
feel
times
like
it's about ego.
yeah.
And conquering something you never conquered before. That's what niggas you trying to do when they
Why
rich.
is it ego? Because it's their insecurities.
Yeah.
If you need multiple women to
is.
feed your ego, it's because you're insecure.
and lie about it and sneak around.
You're insecure.
That sounds good.
It's the
It's,
truth.
yeah.
It sounds right.
Sound good.
It's right. Thank you. But us,
In most
us
situations,
as
it's right.
women, that's what we see. That's what we know.
So why do women cheat?
Huh?
Why do women cheat?
For the most
emotional.
part, emotional.
Okay.
It's an emotional thing.
It's an emotional thing.
But
Sometimes.
women are very no. For the most part, it's an emotional.
Men
thing.
cheat normally because they can cheat. Women
What?
cheat because there's no longer the emotional connection with their partner, so they normally fall in with someone who normally gives them that emotional connection. And then
I think
Not all
what
the
she
time.
meant when she said men cheat because they can is because they
The opportunity presents itself.
yeah,
right.
Well-
but why do you have to prove to anybody
I think-
nothing? So you got to prove it to yourself. Like, oh, I still got it, or I could do this with multiple women. And what is that? It's an insecurity that you need to
Yeah.
fulfill. You
Can
need
I
to
add
feed
something
it.
to that? I think it's more like everyone has the opportunity to cheat. It's not that they that you have if you
no,
want
everybody
No,
has an
every-
opportunity.
if you
I don't
want
agree with that shit at
to.
all. I'm sorry.
I'm saying if you want to, you could. It's not like
No, some people put standards on cheating. You can't.
Huh?
You can't fuck down. You try to fuck up a little bit.
That's a
Not men, that's
preference.
your
We're talking
preference.
about
Yeah.
just
in
cheating
general.
Yeah,
period.
cheating in
I put it
general.
like this: there's more opportunities for women to cheat than there is for men. Let's keep it a buck. Because men got to chase vagina. Y'all got to chase dick for real. Tell me I'm lying.
I don't think that I don't
It
know
has a
how
lot
that.
to do with it. Men got to actually try to cheat for real.
So
like,
is
pussy
it
not always
what-
throwing the niggas
so
for
then
real.
Which makes it worse.
So then what are you saying? so
That
then
makes
what?
it
So then what are
worse.
you saying?
What do you mean? What am I saying?
So what's the point that
What's the
you're
point?
saying? Like, okay, men have it harder to cheat. Therefore, what?
I forgot why I brought it up. What was I saying?
I feel like numbers
I said it,
I'm
I said it,
like,
I said
I
it in
don't
response
like-
to something you said.
You're right, and I don't think I finished what I was trying
Okay.
to say.
Do you remember?
No,
So I threw you off on my
damn
comment.
it.
I
But
feel
like,
like numbers wise, men have a larger opportunity to cheat because
Explain that. A
What is-
regular nigga
yeah,
has more opportunity to cheat. How?
women love regular niggas. Like I don't like that's we like people. But like I feel like there's
I don't know all that.
I
bro.
think this,
Like
I
a
think
duck
this
on
is
a bird.
hard because they're trying to like. I don't
we're
think.
trying to deal regular people with rich. Is that what it is?
No, I just
No,
think
because the rich
people,
fucking irregular for sure.
people
Clearly.
like people, both men and women cheat, right? And
Yeah.
you can get into like why and blah 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 blah. But I think for some reason it could almost feel like, and maybe this is me adding to it because I sometimes do that. But like sometimes when they say, "Oh, women cheat for emotional reasons," almost feels like
and I don't agree with all the
they're
time.
like is coming from a better place than men doing it for
No,
like.
it's kind of shifting the blame on men.
Like,
a little
they're
bit.
both equally wrong, and for me, I don't know.
I bet emotional shit's a cop out because not all men don't cheat because emotional shit going on.
We didn't say
There's a
all. We
disconnect.
said
There's a
most.
disconnect.
most.
Yeah, you guys are saying
Whatever.
this.
We didn't say
I
all.
wouldn't even
There's
say
difference.
most. Some of us do it just for the thrill of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Agreed.
The
Some.
thrill or some disconnects and shit like that. I know a couple women that do it just because. Never mind.
Some do because they're scared to commit.
That's too direct.
It's just
There's so many. That's
many
what I'm
different
trying to
reasons.
say.
Yeah, there's so many
many-
reasons to do it. Regardless, it's wrong is wrong.
And yeah, everybody has that
if you are
opportunity.
telling somebody intentionally, I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z, and you continue to do X, Y, and Z, it's disrespectful and it's hurtful, regardless of what your reason was. It hurts. It's messed up, and it's a certain level of betrayal.
Yeah.
You know, so people feel a certain type of way, and people handle them differently. Some people feel, oh, you should just stay. He's worth $300 million because that's where they put their value.
Their value
You have
in.
money, you should be able to have a happy life, and you should deal with it. Other people don't. Some for their peace of mind, they can't deal with it, and so they don't want to go through. They don't want to be with somebody that they know. I wonder where he is, or I'm wondering what they're doing, or I wonder what she's doing, or how they're doing it, or whatever. And I feel like I gotta watch them, or what. You don't want to live like that. So
Yeah.
some people have the courage to be like, I'm gonna just walk away altogether. Some don't, and they sit there and live in that torment for God knows how
And live
long.
in misery. Yeah.
Yeah, so it depends on what you can handle. Some men are quicker to say, I ain't dealing with this. You cheating? Yeah, I'm out. I'm gone. I don't got to do this. I could be with anybody else. Some women feel like,
That's Jeff.
you know,
What?
You're not dealing with it.
you're not dealing with
Nah,
it.
no.
Nor should
There's
he.
some
That
people that have a hard
exit
no.
sign is so
Nor
bright.
should he.
And you shouldn't have to. Nobody.
You should have
You
to.
shouldn't have to.
But
it's
obviously,
unfair.
there's a cultural there's a different way society views men who cheat versus women who cheat,
cheat,
and that's the
correct.
hardest
That shit
thing
pisses
to
me off.
that's the hardest thing to kind of like overcome and,
And
things
in
like
some
that.
cultures,
think-
it's acceptable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I think you smuts on both sides.
Say it
Yeah.
again?
You
Yeah,
smuts on
that's
both
what we're
sides.
saying.
Like that's how I look at it. Like they don't call women hoes. Like if you cheating wildly, you're a hoe. If you're a man,
Man
doing
could
it,
be
you're
a
a
hoe,
hoe too. So it's like saying the whole comment is like, oh, that's offensive to everybody. It is what it is. I think women
You a
tend
hoe,
to
you a hoe.
yeah. But so this is where I'm trying to go with it. Women tend to accept men hoes more than men accept women hoes for real.
Yes.
And I think the reason for that is more so, y'all gonna say it's ego shit, but at the end of the day,
It's patriarchy.
yeah, that's too whatever. But I strongly feel like women can find a random ass person to fuck than a man can.
Yes.
But people
I
don't
can
want
see
to.
that.
People don't want to say that out loud though. It's like men have to work to get vagina.
Wait, a
9 times out of
random?
10.
You said
Yeah.
a random person?
For instance, like,
just say
if
if we
we
go
were
out,
to-
if we go out right
He's-
now.
he's talking about
let's say us five
statistically.
go out right now to the same bar.
He says random. I think
No.
he's walking.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
listen.
statistically.
Let's
Yeah.
five go to the bar right now,
I'm
right?
mad because I know what he's
And we
doing.
go out with the same intention. We can get some sex tonight. There's a high probability for y'all getting dick. There's a low probability that I'm getting some pussy. I'm a 6'4",
I knew he was
250
gonna
pound
say
black
that.
dude with
Yeah.
a beard and shit. There's still a low probability I'm gonna get some pussy out there unless I'm smashing some. I'm paying for it somewhere.
But our probability is
It's
higher.
much higher than getting some dick. Tell me I'm lying.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, no.
I agree with you.
Okay, my
No,
lying
and
is
I
but
hate
see,
to
that's
agree.
where but
I
then
don't
it
know, because,
switches.
like,
If it's just having sex with somebody, yeah. But then when
But-
you start changing it, where okay,
A
now it's a woman of
relationship.
looking for a relationship and looking for something, men have the upper hand.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
That's when it starts
now,
to switch.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah,
It
my
always
age
has
now.
been like
I don't know
that.
about all that. I think early 20s and college motherfuckers is.
Women looking for a man who wants to settle down is much harder.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
finding somebody you want to have sex with.
Yes.
That's just the bottom line. it is what it is.
Because all men don't want that shit for real.
It's
A lot of men don't
correct,
want that
which
shit.
is
That shit
why
come with a
for
headache.
women, the pool starts to get a little smaller when you're looking for a relationship.
You looking for serious shit. A lot of men ain't trying to deal with y'all asses for real. Like, keep it a buck. Like, you gotta sit here and change a lot about yourself to date somebody nowadays. And you also get hard
And I
time
wish-
meeting
I
motherfuckers with
wish-
intentions.
I wish-
Wait,
I would-
Why do you feel that?
Hold up.
Huh?
That's only if
Why
you're
do you
dating
feel
the
that?
wrong person.
I
Yeah,
wish-
exactly. You date a lot of wrong people nowadays.
But okay.
But that's because you're not looking in the right places. Like if you're going somewhere that
I've
if,
been some mad motherfuckers everywhere.
if you're
feel
going
like-
to like if you're
there are a
going
lot
to
of
something
people who
general
just-
like the club, like you're going to run into different type of people. But normally if you
I've
go
never
somewhere
dated a motherfucker from the club.
But if you're going somewhere where you like to go, you're going to run into people who like to do the things that you like to do, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
But if you're at the bar,
What-
that's the
what-
only
what I
place
like
you
to do is
go.
what
Wait,
men
but
like
I'm
to do
gonna
though.
run into somebody who's randomly at the Renaissance Fair, like, hey.
That's why I wanted her
They tried to invite me to that
try,
shit.
because yeah.
And I ain't
But,
fucking with the
okay,
Renaissance
like,
Fair.
I wanted to add
Say it.
something.
Say it.
No.
Say it. I know what you're saying.
No,
Say it.
you're not. No, you don't.
say
I'm going
it.
back to what he was like. I guess what you guys were talking about. I think there is a group of people in the world, both men and women, who don't want relationships, but there's so much pressure to have relationships that they're in the dating pool and they shouldn't be.
Yeah, I
So
can believe that. I can believe that.
there's a lot of men and women who honestly don't want a connection beyond that, and there's really no space. Like, we don't really allow that. And I think it makes it harder for everybody.
It's kind of like taboo to be like, oh, like I don't want a relationship. And it's like, what do you mean you don't want a relationship? Don't you want to be? It's like, no, like I don't
Like, those
want
people
that.
exist
There are-
too.
Yeah,
And it should be okay if you don't want that.
yeah.
That's true.
And
That's very true.
Yeah.
I've met people like that. And
Yeah.
they don't
I
want,
know people
they don't
like
want a
that,
relationship.
yeah.
They don't want kids, and that's okay.
Mhm, that's okay. But stand in your truth so you don't waste
That's
anyone's
fireworks.
time.
Yeah,
That's the hard part,
The
right?
ball, the
But-
ballpark. Yeah, don't worry. Nobody
I do
shooting
it exactly
outside.
what they. We're here from my
You
house.
good.
Unfortunately,
That shit
I know
sound
the
crazy,
difference
though.
between
Yeah, right.
It do sound crazy.
So now, go back to what you were saying though.
I went. I looked at Jeff immediately. Like,
Yeah,
go
they be
protect
like,
I'm
yo,
about to
Jeff,
say,
what you
Eddie's
got?
like, on my stomach.
I immediately went. I look at Jeff. Go protect us. Go.
They want to Brit to start talking. That's all it was.
Yeah, basically.
living in the South Bronx,
Nah.
my ears, they know the difference
You
between
know where I
the two.
Oh, okay.
They should have been in the hood.
They coming for
What did
Emmy's
you
post.
What did you think I was gonna
That nigga was shook
You
it,
remember?
man.
say? No.
Oh,
But no,
man.
you were talking about you were saying there's people in the pool that shouldn't be. And that's a
Yeah,
fact.
there's people in the pool
Yeah,
that
plenty.
just like there's people who have kids that
Yeah.
shouldn't have kids. There's people who get married that shouldn't get married. There's people who don't want to be in relationships that are in relationships. Like
They'll
if-
pretend.
Yeah.
There are some people who will really pretend just because.
instead of realizing like it's okay to not do something that you don't want to do.
I know a couple motherfuckers like that. I'm told my you don't gotta date everybody, dog.
No.
I know some chicks and men just like that. I'm like, nigga, you dating motherfuckers and cheating. You don't gotta do all that shit. What you want to do that shit for, bro? You got one girlfriend and you got 6 side bitches. What you doing? You don't
And
gotta-
then if you run into someone that you have connection with and they want a relationship and you don't, like, just let the person go because you're gonna cause yourself even more drama, more headache, more everything trying to do something that you don't want to do.
But in
People
like,
are, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you go
No, I was going to say, people are just aren't honest about what they want. Like, for example, bringing it back to Dak.
Dak.
yeah, bring it back,
Like,
yeah.
he could have very easily told her, yeah, I want to be with you, but I also want to do X, Y, Z.
yeah.
She had the opportunity, if you give it her, yes or no. She could say no and walk away. And he could find somebody else who would gladly
be
like
willing
that
to
agreement
yeah.
and be like, all right, bet.
'Cause there
Give me
are-
my lifestyle and you do your thing and I won't ask no questions.
Yeah.
Problem is, there are people who want the person who wants to be loyal and faithful and do
But
the things for you.
but then want that.
And then, but then also want to do
Fuck
what they
off.
want to do. You can't.
Do we know Dak didn't do that though, or we just
We're just
speculating?
everything's
We're just-
hypothetical
yeah, we
don't-
and
Because
out
Dak
there.
could do that shit and nobody probably knew about it and then
Right,
it came
and-
out and it's like, I got my image fucked up a little bit. Let me go ahead and walk away. 'Cause sometimes that happens too. Like people agree something behind closed doors and they get out and the shit look kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. Like that fucking streaming white dude that he smashing matches on this shit. Apparently he had his girl get pounded out by some star dude. Ooh, I can't say corn star dude.
I know who you're talking about.
And
Adam 22.
yeah, Adam 22 weird ass. He cuck ass.
Wasn't that her profession?
They both in the
both
field.
like-
They're both in the
yeah.
field. So I guess most of the time they was all in it. They was all in for years about him just hooking up with her and other chicks. And then the time he go let her do it or whatever, shit kind of went viral because doing that, beating that thing down and left his residue in that joint. And then everybody,
Ew.
yeah, this was wild.
It was a nasty story.
It was
We know
nasty
too much.
stuff.
We
So
know
then,
too
like,
much.
I guess the ego got hurt a little bit because dude talking shit to him and whatever. They had a celebrity boxing match. So not only this man beat your girl vagina down, now
he
he
beat
beat
you
your
down.
ass
He
down in the boxing ring.
He beat you and her.
Yeah, some shit, yeah, literally. So she agreed to the shit. So it's like I don't know, that shit's kind of crazy in that realm of people.
When you have that
moves
kind of
different.
money and stuff and celebrity, things get even more
It
weird.
gets weirder.
Like we talking about us from our level, but
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you give me, dog. You're not bagging my chick, bro. You're not bagging my chick. You're not bagging my old lady. Can't do it.
I feel like when you start to have a
I'm
lot of
too
money, you
picky for
get
that shit.
bored and you start doing some really weird
I
stuff.
can't never
Like,
be that bored.
listen,
Life
if
got
you
too
get
much shit
that
to do.
bored,
Yeah, come on.
Let's go somewhere.
I feel like
There's so much I haven't done yet.
There's so much
you
to
ain't
do.
gotta-
Pick a new hobby. You have the money to do any other
There's so
hobby.
much to do.
Yeah, you ain't gotta go that
Let's sail
route.
to Italy.
Learn something that's
not about
difficult to
harming
learn.
the planet, but
Let's
yeah.
make pots.
Be homeless for a week or something.
That's what I'm
Do some
saying.
wild shit, you know. But to let somebody just bag your chick on camera
Yeah.
like that, and you gotta sit here and deal with it.
But we also live in like a
She made it worse, too,
overly,
though.
like
What do you mean?
heterosexual world.
Who made it worse?
She did.
How?
Talking about it after the fact.
She hasn't made an announcement. None of them
No,
have.
no, I'm
That's
talking about Dak. I'm talking about the Adam
talking
22
about
shit.
the
Oh, the Adam 22.
That shit was sick.
Yeah.
I'd be a hurt motherfucker.
Wow,
bro.
what did she say?
She's saying like we couldn't have sex for a couple of days after that shit happened.
Yeah.
Because it's someone's bigger than you and like
Yeah, it was wild.
That's
it
like,
was fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
Jeff would never.
Yeah, everybody gotta go.
I mean, if you already
said
crossed
everybody
that
gotta
line,
go.
you don't have to
Everybody
cross
gotta go.
that line. too.
I do appreciate
And then-
people who are too honest with their own lives.
yeah,
'cause-
so that was crazy. And then I
Like-
think academics said some really gay ass question to the man. He was
I
like,
like
no,
that
to
man.
old girl. So what do you enjoy more, old boy in bed or old boy in the boxing ring? And then she answered the question. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, no.
Shit crazy.
That's why some people feel like they're married. Like it's a spectacle at some point.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
like, are you really together or y'all just
Y'all just
out here
a-
embarrassing
yeah.
each other? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, he lost. Hey, fellas, this is the true reminder. You can't out-hold no woman. Yo, like, you can't do it. I'm gonna go back to the anytime I can. You can't out-hold no chick, dog.
he feels gonna get hurt every time.
Yeah, you losing, brother. You losing. I only hear you got $1 billion. You can't out-hold no chick, dog. Stop trying. What? Y'all
PSA.
looking at me? Okay. Next question.
It's an uncomfortable truth, maybe. That's all.
All right, I understand.
You know, you hate to admit certain things.
Yeah.
I don't. Also, like
Because I didn't sit with that.
I'm just saying, you know.
yeah.
Y'all want to have this clean ass, like, I guess, non-double standard shit, but like,
Oh,
yeah.
there's
definitely double
No, but I'm
standards.
saying though, like people be fight,
Absolutely.
y'all people be fighting hard for this shit. Like, yo, there's not a reason for some of it.
It's
Cause
always-
niggas is mad reckless out here. Like,
Everybody reckless, men and women.
yeah, y'all better at it though.
At being reckless.
It's not a
Yeah.
competition.
No, I ain't having a competition. I'm just saying y'all better at it.
Point
More
one for
methodical
women.
and shit. Niggas be more impulsive with the shit. Cause y'all used to dick being thrown at y'all low key.
No,
Why
I
are we still talking
Why
about
are you
this?
talking like I wonder?
You get it?
I was about to say, where are these dicks he speaks of? Because I don't know what
Hey,
he's
well, you married, so you, ain't nobody but the
I
bothering you.
think
They niggas
like
know you
men
married.
just know that there's a 50-50 chance that she'll still be around. So the risk is not.
Yeah.
You
They'll
know what I
do
mean?
it with the risk of she might leave, she might stay. I think my chances are higher that she might stick
Like
around.
I don't think it's a conscious thought, but in general,
In regards to what?
his girl, if he cheats on his girl, his chances of her staying are a little higher than him thinking, like if it was the
Especially
other
if
way
they've been
around. If
together for a
she
long
cheated,
time.
he
Oh.
wouldn't go stick around.
I guess. That's
I don't think
what
that's an
I'm thinking.
inherent thing. I think that's a
Yeah.
learned.
That's learned behavior.
That's
Yeah,
right.
learned behavior.
Yeah,
Ain't
that's
no
all
way
I'm
thinking
saying.
like that. I'll get my old lady. Now cheat my. Nah, I doubt
I think
that
it's
motherfucker
learned
stand.
behavior. That's all I'm saying.
I don't got anybody. That,
Y'all see dust.
huh?
I'm out.
Dust you out?
Wait,
Dust
That's
or what?
like
you mean like a,
because you
out.
ran too fast, or
Yeah.
because you vanished.
I'm managed.
What kind of dust?
You cheat, I'm
Okay.
out.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the time, the patience.
I
Not gonna work through it.
See,
Like
No.
I don't know.
I can go.
Yeah,
I hate. I don't know.
Dak Prescott, man.
I say that.
We'll see.
You never cheated on yet either?
It
Of course,
like
and
if
I
I have
love
a
it every
family,
time.
Oh.
That's why I'm single now.
if I have
Man,
kids,
you cheated on that
it all.
much?
It's not an easy like yes or
that
no.
much,
Really?
but
It was
It
easy
all-
for me.
Oh,
My
Oh,
husband
okay.
cheated
The
by.
way you made it sound like it was a regular thing for a second.
I'm
but, like,
considering
That's why you
everybody
was-
and why, and
Okay.
I have to know more details.
What happened?
Okay,
that
so
also depends
she was
on
just
where
saying,
the relationship
That's
she
what
was
I'm
saying
saying,
if
it's
she's
just
married,
more-
she would think about it.
Not that I'm married, but like
Yeah.
If you had a family, you said, is that what you
right.
said?
Well, that's coming from.
I think
like with
each-
kids and stuff.
Yes, I there would be more factors involved, and I don't know how I would look at it at that point. There's more to
Agreed.
like.
Y'all
It
better than
doesn't-
me.
it's
I'm
not a-
speaking from single.
So
It's-
I'll,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like.
I'll speak on it
I'm
from
out.
it happening to me, being married and having
Yeah.
having a family, right? And I'll say 3 kids because he raised my son from the age of 4, and
That's just
it wasn't enough. Because if you didn't think about our family and our children when you went and did that, you knew that I told you over and over again. If you cheat on me, I'll put up with almost anything. But once you do that, you cross that line. And if you didn't think about our family,
boundary.
Exactly. You didn't think about our family. You didn't think about
the first time,
You didn't think about anything with my husband.
You left the first time it happened? You left the other couple times.
It's a personal thing, right? And for some people, there's so much. Like there's a lot to weigh. That's all I'm saying.
But let me
I don't know where I'm gonna be at.
And that makes perfect sense.
That's all.
But let me just explain for me. For me,
you're like,
for me, it was just like, I don't want my kids to find out what happened, right? Whether it be now or in years, and think that, like, my girls think that that's okay, that you got to put up with that. Or I don't want my kids for it to happen like it did with my parents. My parents, as far as I'm concerned, there was never an infidelity, but they were miserable. And my sister and I knew my parents hated each other. I didn't want to project that to my kids because I was not going to be happy. I was already struggling, like I said earlier, with my identity. I was a wife and I was a mom and I was nothing more than that. And that became my identity. And so you mean to tell me I put everything that I wanted, that things that truly made me happy, I put them aside so that we could have this family, and I'm trying to do everything correctly, and you go and you cheat on me? Bye.
Put it this way, the truth of the matter is, even if you do forgive, you're never going to love them the same.
No, you're not. And you're not going to respect them the same. You're not going to see them the same. You're not going to love them the same. You're not even...
You create a whole other timeline on how your life is not going to look.
It changes your relationship. It changes your relationship.
And so that's just something I wasn't willing to deal with.
Yeah, some people are willing to try to deal with
crazy.
I don't know if it's crazy. I think everyone's making decisions based on survival, right?
Yeah.
In that moment, you might choose certain things out of survival. I don't think it's an easy, like, this is exactly how you should handle the situation. Like, I'm sure there's a lot to lose in that. And I don't know what you're like.
I think that's
I don't know what you're asking that.
I think that's how a lot of our
that's just reality.
Aunts, grandparents. That's a lot of them were like. A lot of us are in better situations now. But let's be real. Like back in the day, they had no choice.
That might be the
there
choice
was
that
no
you have
choice.
to make. And
I have to forgive and pretend like I don't know what's going on.
Bringing it back to Dak, like she has money. Like there's nothing that's keeping her there.
And
there's nothing that's keeping her there to like I have to depend on him for this. I have to depend on him. Like you said, like
that's why she made the conscious choice. Weighing her options, she could walk away and
sometimes
it'd be okay.
You can weigh the options and be okay with walking away.
Everybody doesn't walk. Everybody can't.
Not right. That's all
I'm keeping it a buck. Don't care if I'm married or not. You cheat on my ass, I'm out of this motherfucker though.
No, and there are some people who be like, I'd rather be broke and
I'm gonna look out for the kids and shit. But after that point, yo, like you know, my hand got pounded out.
On the side of the road with a smile. Hey,
I don't know what I would do. That's all I'm saying.
Which is real.
Yeah.
Most
I'm pretty
people
sure
don't
I'm not
until
sticking
they're
around.
there.
I would love to be
I'm
out
pretty
here.
sure.
I say that now, but emotionally,
I don't know. I don't know what the situation is gonna be.
I don't know. I think I'm too. My problem is I'm too visual too often. I'm gonna see you every day and just look at you like this nigga was tearing
for
your
that
ass up
relationship
last
to
night.
work, you have to swallow whatever that is
And I ain't
and
work.
move on.
I can't swallow it. I ain't never been a big swallow at all.
You don't have to.
Pause.
I knew it was coming. I knew there was a plausible moment.
Why did I do that? Was my fault.
I knew there was a plausible moment.
Sorry, everybody.
Not pause that.
Yeah.
Wait, you paused? I paused.
Yeah, she never does. I know.
Yeah.
I ain't never big on that kind of shit, man. Fuck all that.
Yeah, relationships are.
It's what you want. It's what you create. It's what you're willing to put up with. It's what you're willing to put in and what you're able to receive. So each person is different. Each situation is different. And you don't know until you're in that situation where you figure out, are you emotionally responsible to handle it? Are you physically responsible to handle it? Because it all takes a toll on you.
I know.
You gotta.
I know I'm out that motherfucker.
Case by case. Sometimes you realize you may be able to get over it. Sometimes you may not. Like
I ain't built like that.
At least you know that about yourself.
I ain't built like that. Yeah, I know that.
Because I always leave. I'm not putting up with that.
I've been single too long to sit here and accept some bullshit like that going on.
But see, as the older we get, the less we're gonna tolerate. Especially you, whatever.
Because you have your boundaries.
You at some point you've seen, done, lived, and you're like, I'm good.
I don't know what is out there. Is what I'm. I don't know.
Because you
don't
don't know
scenarios. Like, I'm really interested in all the stories. Like, maybe me in that position would make that decision. That's kind of how I look at it. Like,
I'm very happy you've never had to be put in a situation similar to that where you had to figure out what to do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Which is fine. Which is good. Like, that's a good thing. Like, that's not even, I'm
not debating whether it's like that's not what I'm saying at all. Like, of course it takes its toll on the relationship.
Yeah. But
money gives you freedom.
Yep.
It does.
You don't have it.
It does.
Yeah.
You
don't have to accept
you look at things differently. Correct. You don't.
Nigga, I'm broke. I ain't accepting that shit at all.
I was about to say,
I'm broke as fuck around this motherfucker.
But you do have to acknowledge what you're like. I'm not saying what you're giving up with him in particular, but like
your dynamic,
like everything around is affected, right? Your housing, there's a lot of things that are also a part of it. And especially when you have children, I don't think you can necessarily make maybe you if you know yourself to that extent, and that's okay, like that's fine. But some people do. Some people do. Some people sacrifice that for the other things, I guess you could say.
If my wife cheat on me and we got kids together,
you also gotta understand. You also can have people, and then it takes it to another level. But yeah, so everybody can say I agree. But if you are with somebody who's manipulative, mean, and be like, all right, bet you can leave, but I'm make sure you never see the kids again. And if he has $300 million and tell you ain't never gonna see your kids, sounds good. You'll be like, fine, I'll still walk away. People still weigh those things a little bit differently
because you have to.
It depends on the dynamic. It's not. He could be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know, if you want to leave, you can. It could be a clean break. Other times they may not make it that easy.
You have to find a way to be comfortable with your new normal, and that's what that creates. Like, situations like that create a new normal for you. So if it comes to where like I'm taking the kids, you have to now be either okay with that new normal, or like you have to figure out how you're going to.
You got to know the fight also that you're going to put up with.
Exactly.
With it,
because your whole
not everybody's break
changing.
Is clean. Some people don't let you walk away easy, and they make your life difficult.
Crazy.
Yeah, your life is now a new life, so you have to now figure out how you're going to operate in that new life.
I'm just giving space for the people who make the decision to, for their own lives.
Stick with it. Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I don't know what your situation is, and that's all I'm saying.
I'm standing.
Not that it's easier or it's the right choice. I don't necessarily.
I'm talking about for me specifically. I'm leaving. It's not going to be no questions about it.
I've left, but I can't say about future Eva because I don't know.
I know.
Sounds good.
Same.
Hey, I know.
Same.
Sounds
I always
good.
know. Same.
I'm telling you.
But you
I surprised that like you never
you don't
in
know
the
until you're in that situation where
I know
you
say.
might be solid.
I guess because I've been there, I can say,
Yeah.
Emmy from the past, Emmy from the future, Emmy always will walk away. I accepted it only
and it could
one
be like
time when I was
it could be
young.
like
I'm
you
at
don't
like
walk away now.
99.9.
You walk away at a better like it doesn't necessarily have to be like I'm not saying that you should just hold hands and go.
Kumbaya and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
not
too
what
okay being alone to do that bullshit. Too okay being alone. I've been alone for a long time.
And that's something you're giving being alone is that's a weight of the
But that's because you're comfortable by yourself, so you know your peace and you know what you're willing to and not willing to put up with. Which is good. There's nothing wrong with
so
that.
y'all be like, you don't know until you know. I know, goddammit. I fucking know.
I mean, everybody has their non-negotiables. There's some people that just don't. Like they just, it's a hard no.
There's non-negotiables and then there's negotiables.
Yeah,
like there's
you got to know what you're. Yeah, there's got to know what you're willing to put up with.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe it shouldn't, but I feel like having children would
it
have some effect on my decision.
Absolutely, because you're no
you
longer
are a good
thinking.
Person.
But no, because you're not.
I don't think it's that. Like it's not.
You're no longer thinking about just you. You're thinking about you and your children. But with that being said, like sometimes the best decision for your children is the best decision for you. Like
yes, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be angry at my kids all the time.
Yeah,
but, right. Like
you're not gonna.
If you're gonna do it,
you're not good for your kids.
Listen, if you're gonna do it angry, then don't do it. Yeah.
And there's some people who are able to emotionally bounce back, and there's some people who are not. So it genuinely depends on how it affects you.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I know somebody who she's related to my ex-husband. I remember when we found out that he was cheating, she begged me. She cried. She begged me to forgive him.
She's sick.
And I was like, I love you so much.
And as a person, I respect you and I respect the position that you are, like who you are. But I can never respect the fact that you've always just turned a blind eye to your husband's cheating because she tried to tell me, well, I've been with my husband for almost 40 years. And I said, right. And you've been crying for 37. So what are you trying to tell me? Yes, you stayed with your husband throughout his cheating. You raised your 3 kids.
She got comfortable and that became her new norm.
And like because she has no self-identity, like I said earlier, her identity is being a wife and being a mom. And she takes all this shit and she keeps taking it.
It could be deeper than that, though.
She's in her 60s. And she's still taking it. She's dealing with this.
That's a long ass time.
Some people, she's been with the same man since she was 15.
Well, and she had to thug it out at this point.
She prides herself in saying, I've only been with one man and I kept my family together. And at what expense? Both of your sons are cheaters. Your daughter puts up with anything because that's what you've taught. You've taught your family to just put up with anything.
But she can't leave now, though.
She doesn't always leave. She doesn't want to leave.
No, but but she leaves now, though. How old is she now?
Change your mind.
She's in her 60s now.
At 60, yo.
Since 15, she's not going anywhere. But my point is, you also have to, when you think about your kids, you can't just think about, well, it's convenient for them right now. You need to think long term. And I say that because, like I said earlier, my parents' relationship really fucked me and my sister up.
Yeah.
And they stayed together for the kids because it's what was better for the kids. Was it? No.
It sounds good.
It sounds good. And that was the first thing that came to mind. Like, I remember my childhood and...
So you fucked up?
Emotionally, I put up with a lot of things in my adulthood. Yes, emotionally for a long time, I put up with a lot of things in my adulthood. And
because
you guys
it
know
was
this,
mirrored.
A lot of people know because it's not a secret.
That one nigga, you was wild.
But I put up with a lot of things in my adulthood because it stems from problems from my childhood. And me thinking that certain things are normal. And you put up with certain things for love. And that's not true. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And with my kids, I refuse to make them think that possessiveness or a person hitting you or cheating, any of that is normal and you have to put up with it. You don't. And it was hard. Like I said, I was a stay-at-home wife and a mom, and I depended solely on this man. And I'll build everything from the ground up. You got me fucked up. I'm not putting up with that.
My bad.
Why?
What do you mean?
I made her rant hard body just now.
Yeah. Because it's
well,
true.
this is a person like she's been through it.
Speaking her experience.
Yeah. All right, Dak,
I've never been married, so I'm speaking from being single and just being like, fuck you.
I ain't never been married either.
Yeah. But it's different. But but you also have your personal you have your boundaries.
Yeah,
in that time that you were married, you were able to figure out what you were willing to tolerate and what you weren't. And it actually worked out for you and your children. So they were able to see their mother doing which also made you a better person. This comes full
My daughters
circle.
say it now. Like, they say it all the time. Like, they've asked their dad's girlfriend, like, why do you put up with him?
Yeah.
No, my daughters have literally asked that. They'll be like, and my daughters adore their father, but they will tell him to his face, like, you're a great dad, but you are not a good man. And they will ask their stepmom, like, why do you put up with him? Why do you do that? And I love that. You guys know my
because
daughters.
that sets
they
their
are
standard.
Two mini me's.
They are
and
hilarious.
they are right, and they have my same personality, and they literally don't put up with anything.
They combative.
They don't put up with nothing, huh?
Combative.
You gotta fight in this world.
Oh, they are. Well, then you haven't been around them enough, but
You gotta fight in this world.
No. My girls are very. They don't put up with nothing.
Yeah, combative.
That's good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. I was gonna be a Dwight Howard shit, but that's we were too far gone now. That Dwight Howard shit, wow.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
And the first episode we ever recorded, we talked about Dwight Howard 2.5 years ago.
What happened?
Ben said he was a weirdo.
What did he do?
Yeah.
But we're not gonna go into that
We'll
right
talk
right
about
now.
it another time.
Another time. We gotta get more research.
He got
done.
caught with that sugar booger.
Yeah, man, the booger sugar, not sugar booger, booger sugar. But he's deeper than that.
It's way deeper than that.
And
Let's just say Royce been right this whole time.
Always the one deeper than
Royce
that.
was right.
Yeah.
So catch us next time on the next episode of DBZ, goddammit.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Like, subscribe, share the shit, comment, notification bell.
Ding.
Damn. I said everything, right?
Yep.
Subscribe again, share again.
Watch 3 times.
Yada yada.
In the background.
Again, we here with
Kels.
Eva.
Brittany.
Emmy.
And it's Jeff. Almost fucking cutting me off. Peace.
Peace.
I wasn't always for it. On fifth today, you know what I mean?
It throws you off, right?
Just a little bit.
Oh, it's just me.
Surprised he didn't say
It's just me.
That always threw me off. Like, how don't you know your name?
Akeem said my name one time.
Akeem said her name.
Well, I mean, Brittany. Brittany.
I was like, I said,
Brittany.
Episode from last Friday.